now applying his trade in Major League Soccer with the Houston Dynamo, has some interesting comments about Mexican players in MLS not getting called up to the national team. Quote, "Nowadays, I don't know why MLS players are not taken into account the same way as if we played in Mexico. Lately, it has been shown that the leagues are at the same level, or perhaps we are a bit above Liga MX." Herc, are we giving your boy, our boy, Ache a get lost here, or do you agree with him?
Oh!
Could have been a shots fired there. Could have been a shots fired there at old Liga MX.
A little bit of both. I'm not going to say get lost because he's right, okay? He's right in the fact that they don't look at Mexican players in Major League Soccer. They just don't. They don't. We can go back to, well, Carlos Vela, they wanted him to go. He never went, right? But other than that, Alan Pulido, you can go Jonah Dos Santos when he was with the Galaxy. You know, there wasn't a lot of those players. But when they were here, they weren't exactly, you know, knocking at the door of the Mexican national team. And the Mexican national team didn't really want him. Last year's version of Ache, I'd be like, you know what? Damn right. He's absolutely right. Only one person in Major League Soccer, and he happened to win a World Cup, Thiago Almada, had more assists than Ache last season. And Ache, 16 assists, won a cup. I know it was a Messi-less cup, but won a cup. Good level. He was healthy. Call him up, because look who's at the Mexican national team. You've got Charlie Rodriguez. You've got Luis Romo not exactly lighting up. Luis Chavez went to Russia, kind of lost his level. It'd be good to have a player like Ache at a good level. But let's get to this season. Starts off his Major League Soccer campaign injured, knee injury, has played about 60% of the minutes. Last season, second in assists in the league. This season, he's got 3. He's not exactly at his best level right now. So why I think he is right. Mexican players that go to Major League Soccer, whether you think it's fair or not, they're done. They're done with the Mexican national team. That's what the Mexican national team thinks about Major League Soccer. But right now, he's not at his best level.
What's interesting about this is as Mexico maybe turns its back on MLS or continues to ignore MLS, because maybe you could make the argument it always has, CONMEBOL, Herc, is kind of going in the opposite direction. If you look at the 10 teams and their rosters for this qualifying window, 6 had MLS representation on it. And it's not, you know, one guy or 2 guys. A lot of these teams have 3 or 4 MLS players. And that's not counting Argentina, who, of course, if Messi was healthy, he's probably there. Maybe Almada's been there in the past. That would have been 7 out of 10 CONMEBOL teams. Now, the key difference is the player profile, right? The Mexican player that's playing in MLS is either past their prime or getting here at the very end of it. The CONMEBOL player that's in Major League Soccer is either approaching their prime or at the very beginning of it. And so I think that's why you see kind of the difference in this. My question to you is it a true blacklisting of MLS players, or is it more just an inherent bias from somebody like a Javier Aguirre who says, you know what, I don't respect MLS, I'm not going to be calling guys in? Because when you see Charlie Rodriguez, of all the names when you see Charlie Rodriguez called in, I mean, come on.
Yeah, who's not a starter for Martin Anselmi at Cruz Azul right now, and that should tell you a lot. Not exactly a very deep team, Cruz Azul. Very good team, just not deep, and he doesn't start for them. I don't think he's blacklisted. I think there is a massive bias when it comes to Major League Soccer in Mexican football, not just the national team. Mexican football thinks they're still at a higher level, much higher level than Major League Soccer. Major League Soccer is a step below, and if you're playing at a step below, well, your position is in jeopardy. Your place is in jeopardy. That is a bias, because I can't sit here with a straight face and say there is a blacklist because you play there, you can't go there. Listen, I just sat here and told you how many good years of Carlos Vela being productive. They tried getting him back. 2019, he was the best player I've ever seen in Major League Soccer. 34 goals, 15 assists, and he wanted nothing to do with the Mexican national team. So it wasn't a blacklist thing, but I do think there is a bias.
Hector Herrera then still got some gas in his engine. Let's see if he gets to put on a Mexican national team shirt ever again.